Hi everybody. So how to do relationships? How to do relationships? A lot of people, when they think of relationships, they are thinking in terms of the other person. What the other person will do for them or what the other person will bring to them. They're thinking of how the other person will make them feel, how the relationship will make them feel. All of that is always the other oriented. They don't think about themselves. Because the first thing you gotta understand about relationships is that you bring yourself into the relationship. You bring yourself. It is you who is participating in the relationship with the other person. Therefore, the outcome of the relationship is going to be hugely dependent on who you are. Now, a lot of people don't know who they are, okay? They only know what they feel, not just about the relationship or what the expectation of the relationship is, but what they feel about this other person's ability to meet their expectations. So they go into a relationship not paying attention to who they are and how they are able to bring what they need to bring to make that relationship happen or work. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I have a son, what do you call it? In my natal chart, I have a Venus conjunct Uranus, right? So I'm not the type of person who, when I was younger, right, I used to be so not committed, not even committed, but I just liking people was a fluke thing for me, because I could like you all day and get up in the next morning I can't stand you, and I had no control over it. Okay, and so this person is thinking, oh, I'm in a relationship with this girl, I'm thinking, how do I get rid of this person? So with that type of mind state, it's impossible for me, or it was impossible for me to stay in a relationship with somebody. If no matter what they were, it had nothing to do with them. It was me. Okay? And I didn't really understand that about myself. I knew that, it was fluky, because, you never know what, I could wake up in the morning and not like you anymore. I knew that, but I also knew I had no control over it. Okay, so anybody who was dating me and liking me, I felt sorry for him, because, it was what it was. So when I got older, okay, and I knew myself a lot better, I learned how not to go into relationships based on what I felt, because what I truly needed was substance. The person had to have substance. So I do not put a lot of stock on my feelings. I did not when I got older, because I knew that if there was no substance in the person behind that feeling, it wasn't going to work, because tomorrow that feeling is going to flick away, and because it wasn't built on substance, it wasn't going to be sustained. A lot of people don't know who they are, and so they go into relationships and somehow they're expecting, it's like they go into relationships, right? They have an expectation for the relationship, and they have an expectation for what this guy is going or girl need to do to make the expectation happen, without paying attention to who they are and the role they play in that expectation, period. Okay, so you bring yourself into a relationship, you bring who you are, you bring your eccentricities, you bring your personality, you bring your heart, you bring your mind, you bring yourself. Therefore, the success or the failure of a relationship is highly dependent on who you are and what you're bringing into it. Let's say you don't love yourself. You're expecting this guy to love you or this girl to love you. That can only go so far until they get depleted and start to resent you, because you're not giving them anything, yet you're taking everything from them. Does that make sense? Or you are a selfish person. You don't know how to give to people. You only know how to take from people. If you go into a relationship to take, after a while you're going to run the person dry. And the relationship is going to end. It's not because of them, it's you. Does that make sense? Or you think that all you got is your body. After a while, it gets old. It gets old. Somebody who wants sometimes won't want that no more. They want something else. If you're not intelligent, you can't have a conversation. You don't know anything. You don't have anything up here. Some people don't mind that. A lot of people don't mind that. They don't even talk to each other. They're on their phones. They don't got to talk. Right? But if you're with somebody who wants somebody they want to have intelligent conversations with, that's a no-go. No matter how much they enjoy being in your company, no matter how much, if you guys have sex or whatever, that's not going to work. Because eventually you bring yourself into a relationship. Eventually it's you who makes the relationship work or not, based on who you are. Now, a small person or somebody who's, has a consciousness, self-consciousness, ego consciousness, I should say, or understand that a relationship provides a context for them to work on themselves, right? So they go into a relationship with that awareness. Of course, they pick the right person to begin with. Somebody who, they have a deep bond with. And instead of looking at the person and saying, oh, you are doing this and doing that, you are not doing this and doing that, they look at themselves and say, why am I responding this way to what this person is doing? Why is this my response? Why am I feeling this way? Why, they are doing this, why is that making me feel this way? Because when you look at yourself, you realize that behavior that they are doing is actually helping you unearth some of your own issues that is standing in the way. Because once you heal that issue, you find out that behavior is no longer important. Because it was never about the behavior, it was the emotion that the behavior triggered in you in the first place. Does that make sense? Like when me and my man started, he is notorious about saying, oh, let me give you a call. I'll call you back in a minute. To me, a minute is literally a minute. To him, a minute could be 3 hours, 5 hours. He used to infuriate me. Because I felt like if you said you do something, you do it. But it wasn't what he said. Eventually, I figured it out. It wasn't the fact that he didn't call me that scared me. It was the fact that I felt like if he didn't do what, if he didn't call me back when he said he would call me back, that means he can't be trusted. Oh my God, if he can't be trusted, then oh my God, this relationship is not going to work and I'm in the wrong relationship. Oh my God, I need him to do exactly what he said he would do so he can show me that he can trust me. That wasn't the issue. So he can show me that I can trust him. That wasn't the issue. It was my own fear that was the issue. Now, that's just a phone call. This isn't something that has to do with his character. Now, if he had a character issue, that's a totally different thing entirely. But what happened was that I had to learn how to trust him. Not trust him based on what I'm looking at, but trust him based on who he is as a person. Just like me, some days I don't talk to him at all. I don't. Not because I'm upset, but because, my mind is somewhere. I don't. He would text me, I won't text him back. I mean, of course, after a while he would text me, and if I don't respond, he's gonna call my phone. But he doesn't freak out and say, oh my God. No, because he was there to help me. He was there to help me, to heal me, help me heal myself. And I did the same thing, and we still do that. When I started, a couple of years ago, I started going for pole dancing. And the first day I got home, he wanted to know all about the pole dancing, what happened over there, who was over there. The reason he wanted to know was because, he knows what happens at the pole dancing place. He thought maybe there was a guy there or something like that. I said, bro, you don't got to worry about it. And when I got there, because I knew what his concerns was, I took a video of myself and, at the general, vicinity of the pole dancing to show him so that he does not have to worry. Nobody comes perfect. People have wounds. People have issues. They come into the relationship with it. But it's when you blame the other party for your issue that you have a problem. But when you use the other party as someone who's helping you to heal your issue, when they bring that issue up, you help them, you heal yourself. And when their own issue comes up, you help them heal themselves. Not doing the blame thing. It doesn't work that way.